Hey guys. Thai says Ilfei. Jonathan, welcome in. How are you today? How are both of you? What's new? You guys doing okay? Everything good? What's new? Alright, but yeah, we're gonna play some Fae. There's not much going on besides voting Gauntlet. So we might switch to Xenoblade later, but I mean, it's not gonna be that long of a stream because again, it is a Thursday, which is normally a later start than normal. So. How are you guys doing today? How's everyone? There's no banner today, right? I did see that there were updates on the next update to Fae. So like I think who were the ones getting like new skills or upgraded skills or whatever? I can't remember. I think Julia was one. And who was the other one? Why don't we just go through it? Why don't we just go through the notifications? 4-day weekend starts. Oh, what? Wait, you get Friday off before Labor Day? I only get Labor Day off. How's your summons? Wait, is there? I don't think there is a banner today. Or are you talking about like the legendary banner yesterday? We didn't get anything. My iPad got a Fallen Gustav, but that's it. That's all we got. Fallen Gustav. And so, thank you. Yeah, I knew there was someone else. I was like, who was it? Who was it? But yeah, we can probably go through the notifications here. Thighs gets a 4-day weekend. I only get Labor Day off. I don't get Friday. Wait, why do you get Friday? Officially ended my first day bus driver training, passed 2 tests. Oh, nice. That'd be a nice little thing to keep you busy there. What kind of tests do they have for bus driver training? Is it just like a driving test, or? Because obviously those buses handle differently than your typical personal vehicles. I find it interesting that like you know how you can rent it like a truck if you need like whether it's for moving or whether it's just for other stuff. You know how you can rent a truck. They drive differently than like personal vehicles, but you don't need an extra license to rent one of those. Our band director over at the high school I work with, the marching band, his first year, it was his first year. I don't know why he was put in charge of this. He was the one who drove the equipment truck to band camp, and he drove it under a tree branch at camp as we were leaving, and he hit a branch, and he tried to keep going and just push through it. He basically ripped off the top corner of it like a sardine can, like just kind of like, yeah. So even before he got his first paycheck, they had to deduct for the repairs to said equipment truck. First day was CPR test. Oh yeah, I can imagine why stuff like that would be important. A CPR test and AED. Wait, what's AED? Renting a truck without a CDL is a scary thought. Yeah, I don't know why that's a thing, but they do let people do that. They do let people do that. If you guys weren't here yesterday, we unboxed the Fae soundtrack. You guys want to hear a little preview of it? Because it's 3 discs. Actually, it's 4 discs. There's a 4th data disc, which has like a bunch of extra stuff. Lower quality audio than like the main 3 discs, but there's a whole bunch. And there are some of the English versions of songs. Like the song that Fjorm sings in the YouTube video, like when they started Ice and Flame. So Fjorm sings a song, and they have a version of it in English with I think it's Christina V, or whatever her name is. That version is on the soundtrack, even though it's a Japanese release. So yeah. Automated external oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, and then so like for teachers, we have to like luckily we don't have to do like a lot of these physical like trainings or whatever, but we do have to take these like online training tests and whatever, and like we have to watch all these slideshows for like hours and hours and hours, and then we have to answer some questions at the end, and then we just have to get through them just to for the website to certify that we did them. So I should probably finish. I don't have to finish them until October, but I didn't finish them yet. Although the one time though, the principal at my school and the other school, we combined our groups for one of our institute days. They thought it was a good idea for us to take tourniquet training, which in hindsight, that's actually probably a good idea. So yeah, we took tourniquet training. 6 people already got shot from training. Ooh, really? Wait, because they didn't pass? Sunset, thank you for the resub. Why are my alerts not going off? Why are my alerts not working? Let me see if I can replay that. My alerts. I gotta log in. Oh wait, something happened. How you doing, Sunset? Popping in to say hi. We'll leave when you go to Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I'm only on chapter 24 or chapter 4 myself. No, not 24. I don't know if we'll get to Xenoblade because again, it is a late start to stream. It's probably gonna be a shorter stream because again, we had marching rehearsal. But depending on how much time we spend on Faye, because there's not much to do in Faye besides the voting gauntlet, so we're gonna be on here at least until the top of the hour, when it's the final hour, right? The final countdown. Oh, that's right. I gotta finish my getting all my flags, because I only have I have 400 right now. I need another 400. Oh no, it's same L. No, chat. No, why? Also, it's a sub summon for Sunset. Let's see, sub summons Sunset. How have you been, Sunset? Yeah, I don't know if we'll get to it today. 2 people fell so badly that they got kicked out, and 4 people failed but just had to redo the first lessons. Like, what defines failing so badly you get kicked out? Is that on the CPR test or the defibrillator test? English is hard. Talking is hard. Okay, so what do I still need to do? I think I still need to do the training tower ones. I need to do arena and then 2nd and 8th stratum. So 2nd and 8th stratum, and then yeah. Let's see here. Scoring 49% or lower on any test. Wait, so it's a written test? Let's see. Alright, been dealing with schools. Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. But I'm already currently binging Xenoblade Chronicles 3 before the next semester starts. Yeah, I need to finish it. I need to finish it. Oh, hold on. Alright. Multiple choice for now, but I assume it'll be written later on. Okay. But I mean, even a multiple choice. What chapter are you on? I'm on chapter 7, so yeah, if we get into it, like, we're not doing story stuff specifically, but we probably will run into, like, story stuff or side quest stuff just kind of in the course of, like, going around and doing stuff. And I have been trying to not necessarily grind, but face enemies that can help me earn class points, because I'm trying to unlock all the classes for all the characters that I can, that I have access to. So I've been doing that a bit. So I mean, yeah, I guess if I just do that tonight, then I guess it wouldn't be really spoilery for you, aside from the fact that I'm fighting harder enemies. But I guess at chapter 4 you probably might have seen these at some point. I'm not saying anything, but the first tests are basically English already. Yeah, I would imagine they can't possibly. I would assume it's just like not exactly the same stuff, but like similar in terms of like the type of stuff you should know, like like safety stuff and like that kind of stuff that we have to go through for what are they called? For us teachers, we have to do what are they called again? I don't even remember. But like, we had to take tests like, like a bloodborne pathogen test, like, oh, don't touch, exposed blood or other bodily fluids without proper, precautions, like gloves or whatever. And so, oh, thank you for the posture check. I think I am sitting pretty straight. I think there's a reason why. I can't quite put my finger on it, but there's probably a reason why I'm sitting up pretty straight. And thank you for the hydrate. Yeah, we got 5 of the 6. We can't reveal the 6th one just yet, and I can't talk about why. But yeah, we are getting a 6th one soon. But we got the first 5 ready because Zadora assumed that we didn't want to wait. And I currently have them set as both follower emotes, so that way people that aren't subbed can try out the new ones. And then they're also set as technically the animated slots. They're taking up the animated slots because we don't have animated emote slots or animated emotes right now. And this way subs can also use them wherever. They don't just have to be on this channel. So we got 5 new ones. Yeah, watch the entire video about HIV, HTB, and HTC. Wait, HTC? Like the phone company? From like the 90s? From the 90s? I mean, so the tests that we have to take online, they're not old. But the guy that reads, like, they're literally just slideshows, and the guy who narrates them, it sounds like something that would have been made in the 90s. But honestly, it's probably like recently made. It's just really low budget. Probably just found someone on like Fiverr.com. Not that there's anything bad with Fiverr. Fiverr is actually you can get some great stuff there. HTC phones are a very serious health risk to children. Wait, so it actually is about HTC? Wait, or are you just... Wait, what? I mean, I don't know anyone with an HTC phone. I'm just saying, that's the phone company, right? Oh, Hep Type C or whatever the acronym. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a joke. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, kids have phones these days. But yeah, most kids actually have iPhones at this point. Usually like the cheaper iPhones, so not as good as mine. Some though do have other phones, whether Samsung or whatever. Now exploding Samsungs on the other thing. Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing. I think that's isn't that mostly resolved? I mean, obviously when a new model comes out, there are always concerns just in Samsung's either their supply chain or their manufacturing processes. So, all right, where was I? Just getting these flags.
Let's go rescue my brother.
But yeah, yesterday, guys, we unboxed. We got the face OST. Sorry, it's technically the Fire Emblem Heroes 5th anniversary memorial box, which had a whole bunch of stuff. It had the 4-disc soundtrack, 3 CDs, and 1 data DVD. It had 7 art prints and a frame, so we put one of the prints in the frame. And then there was a sticker book and binder. I didn't realize we got a binder. And then I think we got a plushie. I think we got like a Faye plushie. I can't remember where it went though. Best thing about the training is the 10 a.m. lunchtime we have. Wait, why? Wait, what do you mean by lunch in quotes? I have guesses, but like, what do you mean by lunch in quotes?
Yes.
Yeah, all our things are just like online. I mean, it's 10 a.m. When I was in junior high, 10:15 was when the first lunch period started. Of course, it was junior high, so the only thing that people ever bought at lunch was like cheese fries. Like that's literally what probably 90%, if not more, of the kids at my junior high bought for lunch. Cheese fries. That's it. They had other stuff, but no one ever bought it. People just wanted cheese fries. People drive to McDonald's to grab breakfast there. I mean, it is McDonald's breakfast, which is actually pretty good. So brunch. I'm basically. Hey, Nobuzus, welcome in. Welcome in. How are you? How are you? The Faye Owl. It's so cute. Wait. Oh, in Faye? Let me see. Yeah, we're on all 3 accounts. I can see Faye there on the notification board. My high school back in the day started at 9:15. Really? Wait, started or like lunch started? Like, or the day started? My high school, so when I went there, they don't start this late now. I think they started at 9, but they had an optional 0 hour, so people that wanted to take an extra class could take a 0 hour at 7:25, I think. It was 7:25, maybe 7:23 or something like that. It was something weird. And then what they did is that if you took a 0 hour class, then you could basically fit an extra class in your schedule. And then if you were a senior and you took a 0 hour, you got to leave 1 period early. You got to leave the school a period early. And then if you were a senior, took 0 hour, and you didn't take a lunch, because seniors got a full period for lunch instead of just half a period. If you didn't take a lunch and you took a 0 hour, you got to leave 2 hours early, which is what I did my, I think it was my fall semester. Yeah. But the thing is, I had like band rehearsal every day after school, so it's like it was a waste to go home. So I just basically just hung out in the band room, doing homework or playing the piano. Let's see here. Warning bell rang at 9:15. Yeah, so we started fairly. I think it was like around 9. I think the warning bell was at 8:50. Yeah, now I'm remembering, because 0 hour started around 7:20 first, maybe like 7:23. That ended around, I want to say, 8:10, and then common plan technically started around 8:15, and then the warning bell was at 8:50. And then we had a whole 10 minutes. Normally our passing periods were like 5 minutes, but that one at the beginning of the day was like, all right, common plan's over, start doing stuff. So we started the class at 9. But nowadays, I'm pretty sure that school does... What did I hear last? I think they start at 8:30 now. The one in the top right. Yeah, in the top right there. I see them. On my iPad, yeah, it's a little small on the screen right now, but yeah. You equipped the Faye plushie on yourself? Wait, what happened? Hey, Kubo, how have you been? Welcome in. Start at 8 as well. Hey, Kaizen, how's it going? Are you wearing Faye hat accessory? Wait, there's a Faye hat accessory? Where? What? What's going on? Wait, what? Huh? Yeah, if you guys weren't here yesterday, we unboxed the Fire Emblem. Guys, okay, the release date on this thing was August 31st. I got the shipping notification from Japan on August 30th, which was technically the 31st over there, which makes sense because once they have it in stock, then they ship it. So it was the 31st in Japan. I got the shipping notification on the 30th, my 30th, and it arrived on my 31st. This shipped from Tokyo and got to Chicago in about 27 hours. That is the fastest I've ever gotten anything shipped from Japan. And then if you guys weren't here yesterday, you can watch the VOD. We ordered 3. They're pretty big. I'll show you in a second, because the box is actually right over here next to me. They're pretty big and fairly heavy. And when you put 3 of them in a box, the shipping box, I don't know if you guys saw the picture. If you were here, you guys saw. If you weren't here, you might have seen I posted pictures on like Twitter and Instagram and Discord. But the shipping box was so big that I literally on stream crawled into it and sat in it. It was that big. I'm not a huge guy, so you know, a big enough box I can fit into. But still, it was big enough for me to crawl into and sit in on stream. Also, for some Faye experts in chat who know more than me, is it confirmed what RNG system are games like Awakening and 3 Houses? Awakening is 2RN. I don't remember 3 Houses. Do we even know about 3 Houses yet? I mean, if I had to guess, it didn't feel out of like. I grew up playing 2RN Fire Emblem games. You know, Awakening I believe was the last in like a long string of like all these games were 2RN, and then Fates was like a weird hybrid where I think it was. Shoot, what was it? It was a weird. I can't remember the detail. I could be so if I guess I could be completely wrong, but I think it was like if it was below 50%, it was 1RN. If it was above, it might have been 2RN. It was some weird hybrid kind of thing. And then Echoes, I don't remember. And then Three Houses, I don't know. Awakening, I'm pretty sure was 2RN. Didn't say the box is big. You were telling us you are short. No, the box was pretty huge. Let's see. Now I need to start technically at 6:30. 7's my warning bell. Okay. I mean, 6:30 is not that early now that I've gotten used to like waking up that early. Although to be fair, for someone that teaches, I wake up very late compared to my colleagues. I used to wake up earlier, but then when the pandemic hit and they were like, "Oh, we don't care about your health. You'll come to work," I stopped caring about work. So I was like, "All right, I'm just waking up at the latest possible time and coming in at the last possible time." I mean, I've kind of laxed on that a bit, so now I'm like, "All right, let's head in like 10 minutes early." Let's see. You get something from Tokyo in one day, and yet the card I ordered on the 4th hasn't. Okay, well, again, this is the first time I've ever gotten something in a day. Yeah, this has not happened before. I mean, I've gotten stuff in like 2 or 3 days, and you know, I'd say about half of it comes in like 2 days, half of it takes 3, almost half, because there are some that take a little bit longer than normal. But no, this is the first time I've gotten something in one day, and I'm wondering how in the world this happened. Maybe it's because it was so big and so heavy that they were like, all right, let's get this moving, rather than putting it with like a whole bunch of other stuff that had to wait for it, you know? Let's see. At this point, I just requested a refund, but haven't gotten a response. 3 Houses is back to 2RN, I think. Okay. Yeah, I haven't looked into that specifically, but it didn't feel like 3 Houses was anything out of the ordinary from what I have grown to become used to, which again, most of the games that I grew up playing in Fire Emblem when I was younger, and by younger I mean like high school, were 2RN. So when I played Fates, that one felt like, what is going on with these hit rates? So that's when it made it clear to me like something's up. Let's see. Not gonna lie, the gambits in 3 Houses feel like 1RN at times. Maybe. I mean, I can. Yeah, we can probably look into that. I know a few people who would definitely know for sure. They changed back after Fates. Okay, so Echoes is 2RN. Well, because Gaiden wasn't. Gaiden was 1. So was Echoes 2RN or what? Also, they didn't do a seasonal refine this batch. It was supposed to be Summer Lynn, but I'm guessing they didn't want us to know refine. Well, she's a point. Oh, okay, fair. That's a good point. Have you played FE4? Yes. Let's see. In Japanese, using a printed script on paper, and then later on, I did eventually play an English patch game because I have a Retron 5, which allows me to play. I haven't used it in a while though. It allows me to play Super Famicom carts and Famicom carts with an English translation patch on an SD card, and I can play off the actual cartridge. And by younger, you meant a couple years. Hey, I mean, I was technically younger a couple years ago. Fates missed like 98% 5 times in a row during one of the. Yeah, as soon as I did stuff like that, I was like, yeah, something's different about this this RNG system. Echoes was definitely 1RN, or at least felt like it. Okay, Echoes was 2RN, or actually, sorry, Echoes also used Fates RN. Okay, so these are the hybrid one. So it wasn't 1RN like the original, but it was like hybrid. I don't know. I didn't feel like Fates felt different, but maybe it was just because of the shock from Awakening 2RN to Fates hybrid. So like, and Echoes though, maybe having played Fates, maybe that's why Echoes didn't feel weird. But yeah, if we're not sure, I definitely know someone who can tell me for absolutely sure. Fates definitely had that. Yeah, no, yeah, Fates had a mixed, like a merged one. So, all right, let me finish getting my flags because it's technically 9:38. And I want to make sure I have all my flags. If we get out of Same Hell. Guys, we're in Same Hell? Really? I'm on Team Feathers for a reason. I wouldn't be on Team Gatekeeper if it wasn't for Team Feathers. Guys, what team are you on for voting Gauntlet? And are you on that team for Feathers, or because you like the character, or you think the character is going to win, or what? For those who weren't here the last couple days, you guys get anything good on your legendary summons? Tiki? What about Tiki? Oh, you got a Tiki. We've been playing so little Fae lately that I've only done 2 days of Hall Forms. Ooh. Yeah, I'm a little bit behind on those. I haven't done all mine either, so. Oh, I have no internet. Hey, Shiotak, welcome in. How are you today? Happy Thursday. I have no internet. See how it's exciting to watch from a third. Oh my god, it's torture. It's torture. Shiotak, how's your day going? There we go. There we go. All right, now onto the 8th stratum.
I cannot fall.
Amunga Deus Mozart. It's not torture if you don't play. That's true. Dun, dun, dun. But yeah, if you guys weren't here yesterday, again, yeah, we climbed into the box, into the shipping box, and I literally sat in it. And then we opened up the Fire Emblem Heroes 5th Anniversary Memorial Box, which had a 4-disc soundtrack, which I've already imported 3 of those discs to iTunes. I gotta figure out how to do the last disc, because they did the same thing with like the Awakening and Fates and Echoes and 3000 CD, where there's a data DVD as the last disc. And I mean, I can import the music into iTunes, but like, how do I do it? There's like, hold on, let me pull up the files, because it's like I could import them as like, it was different. I think it was Fates, where they had like 7 discs, 7 CDs, and then they had a data DVD, which is disc 8, but then they had 4 folders in there with extra music. So I just named the first folder as disc 8, and then, you know, each of the tracks that was in that folder as each of the tracks on that disc, quote unquote. And then the next folder was disc 9 technically, and then the next folder was disc 10, and the next one was 11. This one, guys, so again, 3 actual CDs, but then the data DVD has 19 folders. 19 folders. Like, what the hell? Let's see here. Lost most of my motivation to do much of anything in Fae. Maybe Julia Remix and Edelgard Refine will excite me enough to play a bit more. Maybe, yeah, because like, yeah, I thought of you when I saw that Julia was getting a Refine or a Remix or whatever. Johann Sabatastian, Ludwig Vent Beethoven. What? Torture can be fun as long as you're not the one being tortured. It's why people like watching horror media, because they aren't the ones who whose lives are at risk. I mean, I don't like watching horror media, guys. The scariest thing that I can handle is like playing a game of like Luigi's Mansion 1. Actually, I had some students ask me today like, if I played Luigi's Mansion 3, and I'm like, not yet, because I want to play Luigi's Mansion 2, but that's on the 3DS, and I don't have Luigi's Mansion 2, so I'm hoping that they port that eventually to the Switch. Claude DeSussy. You can use the box to mail yourself to Intelligence Systems headquarters. I don't know if I would want to be in a plane cargo hold for a day. Metal Sungus. Dmitry Impostakovich. Guys are coming out with the Extreme Shaden fruit. What? Sadism. These Among Us references and great composers blew my mind earlier today. Whoa, these are... Someone came up with these and made a list.
Let's go rescue my brother.
Oh, you made them yourself? Wait, what? Wait, how did... Oh, they blew your mind. You blew your own mind. Am I wrong though? Why do you think things like boxing and wrestling are popular? Some people just want to see other people get beat up. It actually came to me very easily. Nice. There was a friend of mine. I don't think he made them up because this was actually when we were very young, and there's a whole bunch of them. I think he found them on a website somewhere. And yes, the internet did exist when I was in elementary school. But I think he found them somewhere, and it was like a list of. So what he did, it was actually kind of a cool thing. He made a list of. It was like almost like a worksheet kind of thing, but so he took like different Chicago landmarks or famous buildings or famous areas or structures or whatever, and he took the first letter of them and then turned them into clues, and we had to try and fill out the worksheet based on the clue. So we used to have a small airport in Chicago called Meigs Field. It was literally like right along the lakefront. It was for like those like the tiny like private planes and stuff like that. But it was an airport called Meigs Field. It's gone now. It's not in service. Called Meigs Field. So what my friend did, or either that or the people who wrote it, again, I think he might have gotten it somewhere. He took the initials, which are MF. It's probably the worst. Not a great example there. But he took the initials M and F for Meigs Field, and then they gave us a clue that started with the same letters. So they did midget flyers, because again, it's meant for like the small private planes. And then based on the clue, midget flyers, we had to figure out, okay, which Chicago, place is this? So like, okay, what place has flyers? Okay, an airport. Well, there's an airport called Meigs Field. That's probably it. So like, and then Sears Tower would have a clue that started with ST and stuff like that. Grant Park would have something that was GP or. It's a German word about taking pleasure in watching others suffering. I have a fate plushie in my head. Wait, I have a fate plushie in my head? What? True. I started with Elon Susk first, and then I thought of Mozart and decided to do it with composers. Oh, nice. You should do modern ones too. You got your John Williams, your who are some of my more favorite contemporary ones? Oh, Camp House, Mark Camp House. Oh, he's more band than orchestra. It doesn't have to be just band or orchestra. It could be oh shoot, I'm blanking on the name. I can actually picture him because I've met him before. He's a choir composer. He's a very famous contemporary choir composer. I'm blanking on the name right now. Since Julia's coming back in the next few weeks, how bad of luck do we think I'll have? Since it's been abysmal lately, I have her at +8, so I'll still have to pull one copy naturally, even if I get the spark. I mean, your luck's been pretty bad, yeah, but I would think at this point, if you're not doing anything else, your luck's, there's not much else to go, but not much ways to go but up. Boshock, welcome in. How are you doing today? Did you see my post on Discord? Oh, about the festival you're going to? Yes, I saw that. So that should be exciting. And that's coming up real fast now, right? Because it's almost Friday already, and then it'll be Saturday. Found that a lot of later composers had difficult names to work with. Oh, really? Are modern names just boring? I guess I can see that, though. Shoots Faye the Owl on top of... Wait, where? There's a Faye Owl somewhere? What? What's going on? Oh, that's right. We're supposed to get our flags. Guys, I'm in same hell in voting Gauntlet right now. So we'll see how this goes. We'll find out in 13 minutes. I can't even use all my flags though in 13 minutes. I have to wait for like half an hour. Don't worry, I got it all off. Appreciate that.
This path must open.
Alright, but who wasn't here yesterday? Maybe you guys want to see the memorial box that we unboxed. There's some pretty cool stuff in there. Seriously, what Fate Owl are people talking about in chat? Did everyone else take collective hallucinogens? I'm scared it's going to take like $300 for one copy. I mean, can't be that bad, right? It's about how bad it's been lately. Right, I feel like your luck's due for an upswing. Feels like focus units outside of Sparks don't even exist anymore. Wait, what's happening in a few minutes? The final hour of voting Gauntlet. So I'm on Team Gatekeeper because it seemed like they were Team Feathers, but right now we're in same hell. So we'll see if team... Who's against Gatekeeper? It's not Marianne, is it? I didn't check. Let's find out. Bum, ba-dum, bum, ba. Should I take my Switch Lite to the vessel? I mean, as long as you think you'll be careful with it, you know, obviously you don't want to like lose it or damage it. Oh, it's Byleth. Got it. Byleth. Team Gatekeeper 2, let's go. I mean, I'm on Team Gatekeeper for the feathers, but they're about to screw me over if we stay in same hell. And if it stays in same hell, Gatekeeper's probably gonna lose, right? Yeah, if I'm gonna be completely honest, guys, I don't think we're gonna get to Xenoblade. I'm too tired. I keep yawning on stream. I hate when I yawn on stream. Alright. How's this Nuki Rababa going? Oh, I just need to get through this first part of the school year. Once I get into the swing of things, I can have time for other stuff. Plus, I haven't had too many people express interest in joining the team. I'm on Team Violet. I joined it an hour ago. Oh, so yeah. I mean, yeah. Kaizen's been like kind of losing interest lately in Faye just because of their bad luck. Your Team Violet. Okay, so we got some people in chat that are on the same team. Some people that are on the opposite team. Pashek. Oh, thank you. I'm actually sitting properly, like pretty straight. I can't put my finger on why, but I feel like I'm sitting pretty upright and balanced. Thank you for the hydrate. Pull legendary Corrin. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, that's right. She is a focus unit. Oh, wait, did I do the wrong difficulty? Oh, shoot. Oh, no, I did. Never mind. We did the right one. $53 more days. Wait, 53 more days? What? You can see my legendary core on Discord. Okay, nice. Didn't get anything from the legendary. My iPad got a Fallen Gustav, but that's it. That's all we got. To my 43. Wait, is that 43? Well, keep in mind, 2020 had a leap day or leap year. Hey, we should have all our flags now, right? But again, not like we can use it at the moment. Wait, where's the other? Oh, inbox. Hold on. I was like, I'm missing 100 because this puts me at 700. Did you guys see the clip of me crawling into the box? There was also a clip of people, well, there was a clip of me opening the sticker, like the seal on the box, because it said in Japanese text, like big Japanese text, do not open. I'm like, well, so much for this unboxing, chat. I guess we're done here. Splatoon 3 is around the corner. Yes, it is, guys. September 16th. Most of my attention lately has been on Yu-Gi-Oh! Collection and Genshin. I've been enjoying some Sumeru. Gave up Genshin after it didn't give me Kazuha. You should have stayed in the box. So you can go to Narnia. Wait, I didn't read the books, and I've only watched the Narnia movies that had come out. Was one of the Narnia entrances a box? Wasn't it different like every time? Like the actual entrance. I mean, Homecoming back. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna see it in theaters though. Because, I mean, I like the Marvel movies, but, I mean, I saw it in theaters once. I'm good. Alright. What's this? It just fell from my head. Ended up skipping Kazuha both times. I like him as a character, but both times he's shown up, it's been real close to before our new region. There were some rings, a wardrobe, randomly walking into a subway tunnel. I do remember that one. I didn't read the book, but I do remember reading about that because I think I did look up at some point like what were all the entrances to Narnia. But wasn't that like near the end though? Falling into a lake and some others. His Faye head cut in half. No, it's not cut in half, but they put an opening in Faye's head. It's supposed to be a phone stand. Like you put your phone in there, and then it's supposed to hold your phone, but it falls over, so it doesn't really work. But and then because it's open like permanently, it looks weird. Like they should have covered it up with a flap. Flap. There we go. All right. They'll be good right now. Saving for Nilu and Nahida. Also, Hu Tao return or rerun. Need her C1 and Homa. Oh yeah, they abused the Braided Blick to summon multiple copies of Faye and then gutted him to make marketable plushie phone cases. Did you guys get to see at least the pictures or the VOD? Because again, we open it. It's literally right here. I can show you all the cool stuff. Yeah, because we're just waiting 5 minutes to see the voting gauntlet situation. Thank you for the posture check, Boshak. I've set aside $100 to buy currency at Annie at the end of this month, since Lucky Store bonuses will fresh like they did last anniversary. You guys want to see the Faye stuff, or do you want to hear some of the stuff from the soundtrack? For reasons of copyright, I have to talk over it the whole time, but at least you guys could hear it. But it's all like stuff from the game that you hear. So, what is this track list? Ooh. Sunset, loving those new emotes. Yeah, I really do like how they came out. And granted, yeah, the TMS one, it's a little hard to see because again, the two of them are so small to be able to fit both of them in the emote. But if you look at it, especially if you're on a Retina device, you should be able to see it, like all the detail. The amount of detail that Zadora put into that emote is fantastic. I love it. I kind of have an itch to play TMS again, but we have too many games to play. Maybe later in the winter. But there's stuff coming out in the winter that I'm sure hasn't been announced yet. I wonder when they're gonna announce stuff. Wish I knew. Oh, we know. Cutting him isn't based gender female. I think so. I would assume so. TMS emote was my idea. Yes, it was Boshak's idea. Or if he actually finishes them. I mean, we're gonna finish Bayo 2 because we have to finish that before we're playing Bayo 3. We're gonna finish Stanley Parable because Kaizen thinks it's gonna be pretty short. We gotta finish Persona 5 because I feel like the game is just so prevalent now that if I don't finish it, I feel like I'm gonna be missing out. Nier Automata, I'll most likely finish it, but we'll see, because it's a Platinum Games game, so I feel like I'm gonna enjoy it. Bayo 3 is next month. Yes, guys, it's already September, which means Bayo 3 is next month. Thank you for the reset, Kaizen. Appreciate that. Alright. Voting Gauntlet. Again, I can't actually spend my flags for... I mean, I guess I can spend the first 700, but then I gotta wait until about 35 after before I can do the last set. Wait, we have a set points coming in now. So again, that's for the stream elements chatbot points, not the channel points. Channel points are completely separate because those are Twitch points, whereas the stream elements, that's its own thing. So the exclamation point gamble, that is all through stream elements. So. And again, guys, yeah. So if you haven't been here in a while, I know we have at least 2 or 3. So you can, if you gamble all, and this only applies if you gamble all, you get 1 reset back to what you lost, like back to what you had per stream. So keep that in mind. Now, if you gamble all again and you lose it all again, you're kind of SOL. Now there is a maximum. So like if you gamble all and you lose like 5, is it? Wait, Kaizen, what's the limit again? Is it 1 million? Or was it 2 million? Or was it? It wasn't billion, was it? Or maybe it was 2 million. I don't even know. The mods know it better than I do, but there's a limit. So like if you get past a certain point and now you gamble all and you lose over a certain amount, the most you can get back is not all of it. You get that amount. I can't remember if it's a million or a billion. Let's see. In 3 months, December Game Awards. I don't really watch the Game Awards. I watch the Dice Award, or at least I pay attention to the Dice Award winners. There you go. Kaizen with the, what is that? 3.9 trillion. Is that right? Hold on. No, billion. Sorry, I read that wrong. Wait, no. Am I reading this completely wrong? 409. 3.9 billion. That's what it is. Bullshark went in. Hey, 135,000 gold. Okay, Kaizen, did you artificially add more? No, that's Kaizen's. But Kaizen, does this often enough that it basically just doubles. What? Someone sold 10k of my channel points? You probably just used it. 1 billion? Okay, yeah, 1 billion sounds right-ish. So again, if you have more than, like Kaizen, for example, has 4 billion. If they were to gamble all now and lose it all, the most they can reset back to is 1 billion. So that's the cap. That's just because yeah, the numbers are pretty high now because again, we implemented this. Again, it's just to make it a little bit more fun to see how high some people can get. But at the same time, we don't want it to get out of hand, so we put a cap on that. Match our gold is turned into orbs for Faye. That would be amazing. Just check my chat. Okay, thank you. So 1 billion. There you go, guys. All right, it is 10:01. Shall we check if we're still in the same hell? We're probably still in the same hell. Oh wait, no, it's still current situation. Okay, it hasn't calculated yet, guys. It's still possible. But here, what do we need? So 7. It's at 7 billion right now, which means we would have to have a difference of at least. Well, this is based on last hour's numbers, but it'd be 77 million, which is pretty close now to that. It's at 70 million here. So I guess as long as Team Violet kept spending their flags, it's possible we could be out of Same Hill now. But let's check again. Because it's 10:02. Yes! Guys! Yes. It happened. We're good. Guys, we are weaker. Oh, shoot, that means Gatekeeper's gonna win, and I have to stick with Gatekeeper. Alright, I'm gonna spend my first 700 now. I can't do the other one, the last one, until like 35 minutes from now, but let's do this one just so I don't forget, you know? I'd rather forget about 100 rather than 800. Oh, we got a bingo. Oh, yeah. So the way this works, Sunset, is that you just have exclamation point bingo, and then... Oh, no, you got it there. Yeah, and then the service, and then the amount of gold. Check general on Discord and got spoiled on more Pokemon stuff. People need to keep that in the Pokemon channel. Yeah, guys, make sure you're following the Discord rules. And, I mean, the channels are there for a reason. Keep things in the right category. New Pokemon out? November. It's always the Friday before Thanksgiving. Guys, keep that in mind. The new Pokemon games always come out the Friday before Thanksgiving, because Nintendo wants to then have additional stock beyond just launch day. They want to have additional stock for the biggest shopping weekend of the year, which is Black Friday weekend, Thanksgiving weekend. I know I used to make all the bingos. Okay, just making sure, because I saw that you were like bingo Tanuki TB 69. I'm like, what? It's out in November, but I'm trying to go in as blind as possible since it's way more enjoyable. The less you know. Fair. Just seeing if I could do a bingo with just the Tanuki emotes. Oh my god, that would be actually kind of nice, because it's not too many, but it's not too little. Maybe a little too little. Unless we hit partner someday. Like 20 years. Guys, Gatekeeper has the multiplier. So Sunset, what's your favorite of the new emotes? Is this the first time you're seeing them? Because they're pretty cool. And I'm glad you guys get to use them now. Again, not only followers, but also subs. Because again, they're follower emotes, which means anyone in chat, even if you're not subbed, can use it in this channel. And then if you are subbed, they're currently taking up the animated slots, so you can use those anywhere. Alright, I'm going to show you guys some of the Faye Memorial Box if you weren't here yesterday. So here's the cover. Look how big this cover is. That's big. Aren't you cheating with voting out because you have 3 devices and 3 accounts? Not really, because like everything I win is stuck on that one account. My favorite is probably TMS or Barbecue Valhalla, man, but they're all pretty fantastic. Yeah, they all turn out pretty. I kind of like the Nana one a lot. I mean, I love the detail on the TMS one the most, but in terms of like how each of the emails came out, I think the Nana one's my favorite. I have been using the Sigurd one pretty often though. Like pretty often. Like of the new ones, I probably do use the Sigurd one the most. I do use them all though, which is kind of cool. We got the actual soundtrack CD. So again, I've already imported all the discs into my iTunes, and they're now on my Apple Music. Thank you for the hot check and hydrate. You love how expressive the Zephyr one is. Yeah, no, I've seen some of the rage emotes from Zadora for previous ones. And I was like, okay, she's gonna do this justice. Who could I see this being? And I was like, chat, who do we want? And the chat was like Zephyr. I need a refill soon on this. Hello Plushie's ready for the festival. Nice. How's the weather looking for the weekend over there for you? What else we got here? We have a binder of stickers of every sprite and of the game, or in the game, through like the middle of book 6, including like the generic enemies. It's a very nice binder. It's a 4-ring binder though, so it's a little weird. So you can't use it for other stuff. It's all shiny. Here's the back. And here are all the stickers. Is it an art book? It's a sticker book. So these are actual stickers. Like you can actually take out the stickers if you wanted to, but they gave us a binder that fits all of the sticker pages. It's so cute. It's really nice. And again, these are all the sprites in the game, including generic enemies. And then They gave me art prints, 7 art prints, and 1 frame. So we got to pick the one we wanted to put in the frame. I'll show you the other prints first. Actually, I'll do this on the desktop here. Alright, let's switch to this. Follow age. So chat, you can see here, look at these prints. We have, and it's like, you can see this paper, it's like a matte finish, like a art print paper kind of thing. So we have this print here of the book 6 artwork. The current book, look at this, guys. And then we have the book 5 artwork of Nidavellir and Jotunheimer. You got Notes and Dagger, and then Atri and Alphonse, Regan, Fafnir, Oder. And then you have the book 4 artwork. Shrena, Peony, Triandra, Plumeria, Alphonse in the middle. Book 3 with Dead Shrena, Alphonse versus Leaf. Got Seer, Hell, Air. You got book 2 with Fjorm, Surtur, Alphonse, Shrena, Kieran, Veronica, Loki, and Levatane. And finally, actually not finally. The book 1 art, or at least the game's beginning art here, where it's like everyone versus Veronica. And you can see there's a black like a, I guess, a matte area. Can have this sticker book when book 6 is actually completed. I guess it'll be incomplete then. Yeah, unfortunately. That's gonna bother me a little bit, but it's not like they're gonna make additional ones to put in here. Or will they? Who knows? Now let me show you the 7th like artwork. And we put it in the frame. Look at this, guys. Look at that. So it's the artwork with like most of the lords from the series, not all of them currently. No Ephraim, no Celica, no Byleth. There's like a gold plating and a nice matte. And again, I don't know if this is glass or plexiglass. Feels like glass. There you go. That was pretty cool, actually. And then I also got a canvas frame print as a Three Hopes pre-order bonus from Japan, so that can all go together. Is that all 6 lords from every book? No, not everything. Or you're talking about the last artwork, right? So it's the lords from most of the games, like the mainline games. So like Marth and Ike and Roy and Elwood. There are a few like secondary characters or non-lords or whatever. Where's some of them? Sita's on there. Young Tiki's on there. Stuff like that. And those see Paylords. Like on the artwork, I think all of them were. I guess the fairy one didn't have other characters, like not necessarily lords, but like didn't have Freya or Freya. In the alright, that. Sorry for being quiet for a bit. I'm stupid tired. Oh no, I totally hear you. I was up since 6, and it's 10:14 now. I'm just waiting for this last battle ballot. I mean. Oh, my hair's being weird again, guys. No. Why is my hair being weird? It's like something was in my hair earlier. I'm almost out of water. I need more. It's all ice. Alright. But yeah, we have 23 minutes before I can use this last 100 flags. Do you guys want to hear a bit from the soundtrack? Again, I have to talk over it, but... So here's the data DVD. Well, let's turn off the game. So again, there's a lot of files on this data DVD. Is that too loud? Like, this is a 3-minute recording here. Then we have... This one's a minute 46. Alright, what should we do in the meantime? Alright. Actually, let me refill my water bottle, because I feel like Bojack's gonna like redeem a hydrate or something. So let me be right back. Just gonna get some water.
So war is coming then.
You're a mercenary, right?
3 ruling powers control the land.
I can join any house I want. I'm happy to spar with any of you. Whatever happens in this battle, it'll shape the future of Odin for years to come.
You can win this fight. I know you can.
The drums of war are beating. No man can be trusted. What happened to Dorcas? I put poison in his mutton.
Build an army. Trust nobody. Fire Emblem. Only on Game Boy Advance. Rated everyone.
Rated teen. Your pathetic excuse for a kingdom can stand against us.
Fire Emblem Heroes.
Warring gods tore a continent apart. To achieve peace, you must lead 2 armies to victory. New treacherous dungeons await exploration.
Alrighty,
In
we
Fire
are
Emblem Echoes, each choice you make
so
in
this
battle
commercial
could mean
finish.
life or death. Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valentia on Nintendo 3DS, rated T for teen.
Here we go. The mutton again? What is mutton? I assume it's some type of meat. Alright, where were we? Oh yeah, playing more of the soundtrack. Alright, here's the second folder, which I'm guessing is Gaiden. Mutton is sheep meat. Okay, gotcha. By the way, did you see Oliver's fault is getting? I saw that. Yes, it'll be a way to spend my R&R affinity. What was the other one? Because usually 2, right? So again, this is all from disc 4, which is the data DVD for the face soundtrack. But these are just like stuff from all the other games. Or wait, no, is this all the stuff that's from the other games that it's in Faye so far? Maybe, wait, what? Is this, maybe that's what, maybe that's why it's on a data DVD, because there's so many that if they put it on a disc, it would take up too much space on the disc. So they put them in MP3 format, which is like lower quality. They need to add like the actual like vocal recording of like Blowing in the Wind. Other is Light on the Window. Okay. 15 minutes until we can use our last 100 flags. All right, and then I was waiting for this voting all to be so I can spin my flags. Oh, this says Echo's arrangement of attack from. Hey Tree, welcome in. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. We're just kind of sampling the Fire Emblem Heroes soundtrack. So I guess they put all the music that's from the other games into the data DVD, but then like the actual stuff that's like Faye original music is on the CDs. I think this is Blazing Blade. Aishi, how's your day going? So it just clocked out of work? Just now? That's a little later than normal, right? Don't you finish at 9? Or earlier on school nights? A little overtime? Okay. Why don't you get paid for overtime, if you don't mind me asking? I said how everyone thinks Theme of Love is Faye original since hardly anyone got to play after 12. But I took the leftovers. Oh, nice. That's even sometimes a better perk there. Free food. What'd you take? Yeah, so Kaizen, yeah, the first three discs of the soundtrack are all Faye original music. I haven't gone through it all yet, listening myself, but I did import it all to my iTunes, and that's my Apple Music. We can go through some of that, because again, all this stuff is just seemingly from the other games. I mean, for all I know, there could be some stuff from the other games than the 3 main discs, but like I can't think of what would take up 3 whole discs from the main game of Faye. Although to be fair, there's a lot of like enemy phase music from the soundtrack that I'm like, I totally forgot this was the thing, because I in my settings I turned off like enemy phase music because it just changes back and forth all the time, and it's like you never get to hear anything for more than like 5 seconds. 3 crispy chicken and nuggets. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I had a Popeye spicy chicken sandwich earlier today, actually. So yeah, you guys in chat came up with an idea for an IRL stream that we got to figure out when to do. For those who were here yesterday, I think it was yesterday we came up with the idea. So you guys came up with the idea for an IRL stream that I should go to a McDonald's, and then I'll place the camera or my phone on like the dashboard. I'll come back to my car. We'll eat a McFlurry, and then we're gonna go to Wendy's, and then I'm gonna eat a Frosty. Then I'm gonna go to DQ, and we're gonna eat a Blizzard, and then we're gonna go to Cold Stone and get those new Nintendo ice cream things. Where else? Where else do they serve like soft serve ice cream? Ooh, I could go to what's the frozen yogurt place? It's like YCB something, I don't know. Frozen yogurt store. I don't know. I'm trying to remember what this place was called. Or wait, was it TCB? TCBY. TCBY. So we can get frozen yogurt. Would you guys be up for this? Especially considering FP12 is the actually decent Arcania game, since Shadow Dragon is the anti-Fire Emblem. I wish they had taken the strategy that they did with New Mystery that they did, because Shadow Dragon. Okay, I get what they were trying to do. They were trying to play it safe. They basically tried to stay so faithful to the original. They added a little bit of stuff here and there, but they try to stay so faithful to the original. The problem is the original game has not aged well. So I wish they figured out early on that they should have gone the New Mystery route with Shadow Dragon, or maybe they should have figured out like, oh, Shadow Dragon didn't do so well. Why don't we tack on to? It might have taken a bit of delay time, but well, why don't we, like, if we're making New Mystery anyway, why don't we include a book 1 that remakes the DS remake of Shadow Dragon? Let's see. I can't defeat Galeem and Darkton. I mean, wait. I mean, didn't you already, or did you just is it because you raised the difficulty? Let me play some more music from this soundtrack here. Again, we're just sampling clips. So here's from, I think this is from Sacred Stones. Miss Dairy Queen. I used to go there constantly in middle school. Pretty much the entire school did, since it was a 2-minute walk from campus. When I was in high school, we had a Burger King across the street, so almost everyone went there for, like, you know, if you wanted an after-school snack or something. Defeated Galeem and Darkon kills. You defeat Galeem and Darkon kills me not even 5 seconds later. I mean, what difficulty are you on? Because, you know, Sakurai with those difficulty levels. Let's see. Oh, Kisaki, welcome in. The photo of you in the box is gold. Yeah, so that was on yesterday's stream. We have a clip, actually. I don't happen to have it on hand, but if you guys go to the clip section of the channel, there were 2 clips from yesterday. One was where, so the box that it's kind of hard to get to right now. It's like literally under this box that you see here. But the actual memorial box came inside this, like, cardboard, like, I guess, packing box, which was inside the shipping box. But anyway, it had this big red tape on it that in Japanese said, "Do not open." And we were like, all right, chat, good stream. I guess this is where we're done. So they someone clipped me opening that. I guess they were saying I was doing something illegal. And then we had a clip of me climbing into the box and sitting in it. So, but how you doing? Can we get a shout out for Kisaki here in the chat, please? Echoes is so good as remake. Like, I can't imagine that experiencing story without Berkut. Yeah. Again, I feel like they learned their lesson from Shadow Dragon, did good things with New Mystery, and I feel like they felt the satisfaction of being able to kind of reimagine New Mystery with, like, a little bit more modern changes. And they were like, okay, well then let's do that. Let's reimagine Gaiden, but in a modern way. So that's what they did. And so I think they really found their remake groove with Shadows of Valentia, so to speak. True ending is fighting both at the same time. Oh yeah, I remember that part. Yeah. So again, yeah, the clip's there somewhere. I don't have a link to it right now, but yeah, guys, go give a follow to Kisaki, who streams both music and games. Music and games, guys. That's where Magfest gets its name, in case you didn't know. But yeah, today they were playing some 3 Hopes, Fire Warriors 3 Hopes. Which I gotta get back to. I finished Scarlet. Actually, I was thinking about this today. Chat, I finished Scarlet Blaze, right? Because I don't remember the ending. I'm kind of embarrassed about that. I'm pretty sure I finished Scarlet Blaze, but I don't remember the ending. Successfully finished chapter 13 of his Cloudness. Hope to catch a glimpse of Edelgard next week. Okay. Yeah, I haven't done Golden Wildfire yet. I was going to do them off stream like that, and what's the name of Azure Gleam? That's right. I was like, it's not Blue Lions. It's not the other one. It's Azure Gleam. All right. Is this more Sacred Stones? Hard mode. I know Dacron moves. Rip. Yeah. You don't remember? It wasn't. Oops. If they ever remake Yggdrasil, I'd love a DLC story based on Ares, since FE4 Part 2 is based on Self's journey, FE5 is based on Leaf's journey, but we got nothing for Eldian. That was originally the plan. That we were supposed to get something for Ares. Oh, yeah, yeah. Still thinking of which route to do next, so I'm gonna procrastinate a little more. Taniki's supporting the unit he wanted the most in Faye. Nice. Hey, Kamal, how's it going? Welcome in. But yeah, guys, if you weren't here, we unboxed the Fire Emblem Heroes 5th anniversary memorial box yesterday, which is crazy. Again, they released on the 31st in Japan, which when it released there, it was still the 30th here, right? So it makes sense that on the 30th here, I got the shipping notification that, okay, we're shipping it out. Because obviously, once it's out there, then the retailer will ship it to me. So Ami sent me a shipping notification on August 30th. Literally 27 hours later, I get a notification from DHL that, hey, your item was delivered. I'm like, wait, what? Excuse me? This wasn't supposed to arrive until Friday. And because you shipped it out my Tuesday. And I wasn't supposed to get it until Friday, according to DHL's tracking. And it shows up on Wednesday. I'm like, wait, what? Double take. Are you sure? But yeah, so we opened, like, it was a big box, guys. I posted pictures of the shipping box on our Twitch, not our Twitch, Discord, and I included a picture of, or I included the Switch in the pictures for like scale and to kind of give you guys context. It was a big box. It was fairly heavy. It's like the size of like a small mini fridge, and yeah, it was big enough that once I emptied out the contents, I crawled into the box and sat in it on stream. But then, yeah, we opened up one of the 3. I'm getting a 4th because I ordered also from Amazon because it looked like they had some kind of like bonus. But now I think I was reading it and it just seems like a generic Amazon Japan bonus. Which, oh well, I guess we'll have 2 copies for a giveaway at some point. Because again, one sealed, one opened and unboxed, and then the other 2, I guess we'll do a giveaway on. Unless anyone like absolutely can't find it anymore, and I guess we could sell it, but Gleam is kind of hard to see what special move he would use. Yeah, I don't think I ever got that far. Still in Chapter 12 of Scarlet Blaze. Lost most of my motivation to play that game. They really saw me saying when it was announced that it would be my game of the year and saw that as a challenge. I mean, if you've only played that route though, right? But again, I don't remember the ending of Scarlet Blaze. So that's probably a bad thing. 2 minutes, guys, and then I can, well, 1 minute and 15 seconds, and then I can do this last voting gauntlet battle. Use up my last 100 flags. But, you know, yeah, the Momo box, it was, I think, 14,800 yen, which a few years ago, that would have, the exchange rate would have put that at like 160 bucks, which is a little pricey. It's not like it's never been done before for like a soundtrack set of this size, but it still would have, you know, stung a little bit. But again, because the yen is so bad right now, guys, that 14,800 yen was like $107. So I was like, yeah, we're buying 3. So I ordered 3. So yeah, again, $100 for a limited edition soundtrack like set, like with all this other extra stuff. Totally reasonable. So I bought 3. Buying 3 is par for the course for me at this point. But then shipping, because of how big and heavy that box was, I didn't know how big and heavy the box was. So when they were like, oh, shipping's 200. I'm like, wait, what? Excuse me? 200? How, what is going on? But then it showed up at my doorstep and I was like, okay, it makes more sense. It could change once you start another route. Wait, what could change? The fact that I don't remember? Maybe. Shipping's 200. Yeah, it was that big and it was, again, fairly heavy. I want to say it was about the same shipping price as when I ordered remember when I ordered like 12 Three Houses coats from Super Groupies? Super Groupies is a luxury brand, so obviously the coats were like, once I finally paid for all the shipping and actually all the items, because I think it was, what was it? It was all 4 houses, including the Ashen Wolves. So 4 houses times 4 sizes of coats: small, medium, large, extra large. So 16 coats, 16 jackets, and then 4 coats, because they had large wool coats for Byleth and male Byleth and female Byleth, and in both men's and women's sizes. The difference was that the male Byleth coat was black, but they had it available in men's and women's sizes, and then the female Byleth coat, which is like a dark gray, in both male and female sizes. So 16 jackets, 4 coats, and then 4 watches. Let's keep playing some music here. Nanonator, welcome in. How are you doing today? What's up with the burb? What burb? Huh? What? How are you doing today? Can we get a shout out for Nanonator? Did you stream today? Again, I had marching rehearsal. Basically, unless I like catch you the moment you go on, like if I see the notification, in which case I'll try to lurk. Then I most likely miss your streams, and I kind of feel bad about that. Learning about Azure Gleam Part 2 made me view the game in a very bad light. Honestly, me saying it's a 6 out of 10 now is being very generous. Some of the demos crap since Birthright Xander. I mean, I haven't played it yet, so no spoilers. But have you? Wait, you haven't played it though, right? You just heard about it. They learned some people. They far more to reach and try as hard as possible to make people not like cloud anymore. Thank you for the shout out. Your pushy bird on the mic. There's a bird on the mic. Where? Wait, what? Where? Oh, thank you for the shout. Yeah, no problem. If you're wondering, we're just kind of sampling the Fire Emblem Heroes 5th anniversary memorial soundtrack that came out yesterday. Yeah, it came out on the 31st. It shipped to me on the 30th from Tokyo. Got here on the 31st. It came with a soundtrack, a binder of stickers, some art prints and a frame, and a plushy smartphone holder, and obviously the big box itself. Guys, we were in Same Hill last hour and then managed to get the multiplier this round. Yay! But that means Gatekeeper might win. Like, probably will win. Means I have to stick with them again. Alright, so all the ones that were on the data DVD seem to be stuff from like the other games, not specifically Faye. Like, what else we got on here? So yeah, we have like literally one folder for oh, wait guys. Hold on, I want to see something. That's okay, tell yes. Alright, this one seems to be chat. Guess what? They numbered these folders. So now I guess we'll see what they have. We'll see if they stuck with their own numbering or if they decided to embrace the fan numbering. Because again, internally, Three Houses is labeled Fire Emblem 17. But let's see. So this one seems to be Shadow Dragon, new Shadow Dragon. And then I think this one's new Mystery of the Emblem, Heroes of Light and Shadow. Okay, 12. That makes sense. That makes sense. Wait, this isn't Faye? I've never heard this in Faye. But yeah, Nanonator, how's it been going? How have your streams been? I assumed you streamed today. And again, I would have caught it if I could have. Alright, so Awakening here is labeled as Epi 13. Not 14. So the soundtrack here seems to be numbering it the same as the fan numbering. Yep, sounds right. Yeah, because again, Awakening internally is labeled as Fire Emblem 14. Now, officially, Intelligent System says, like, oh, BS Fire Emblem on the Satellaview is counted as a mainline title. But in reality, we are pretty sure it's because of the canceled Wii game. There was supposed to be another Fire Emblem for the Wii after Radiant Dawn. Fire Emblem If, aka Fire Emblem Fates, is labeled as Fire Emblem 14 on here. I love this. Pat to you, I love it so much. Oh, okay, so the ones that say overseas are the ones that are in English. And here's the original one. Yeah, so they did include some English versions of the music on this soundtrack, guys. Because again, I always feel bad because like they don't release Nintendo doesn't do soundtrack releases in North America because U.S. copyright is so broken. Anything that they release would be subject to mechanical license, which they don't want to do. They don't want to give up control of where their music's used and how it's used. Because basically, as long as you pay the licensing fee, you can use their music within reason, even without the creator or the owner's permission. So mechanical license is so broken. So that's why Nintendo doesn't do that. But they do occasionally try and find other loopholes because they know fans want to hear the music and they love the music. So they'll try and find other ways, whether it's like a Club Nintendo reward or a pack-in for a special edition. So they try and get the music to fans that way. Back in the 90s, they would do like pack-ins with cereals and stuff like that. You could send in for like a Star Fox 64 soundtrack. All right, Echoes is labeled as 50. Yeah, guys, they're going with the fan numbering here. So far, so good. Been commissioning stuff here and there. Oh, wait, commissioning what? Still looking for badges and looking forward to get a new GPU on Black Friday to stream other stuff. No, you should just get a Mac. This thing is ridiculously powerful. I'm going to go lie down now. All right, Kaizen, thanks for hanging out. Yeah, we probably won't go too long because, again, my lights are probably going to turn off in about like 15 minutes anyway. So, and we finished voting Gauntlet, so we don't have time to do Xenoblade now. We're probably just going to hang out and just kind of preview a bit more of the soundtrack. So this is... Wait, what? Hold on. Wait, what? No. They're labeling the first Fire Emblem Warriors as Fire Emblem 16. What? No. Okay, this is not canon. This is not a canon numbering. This is just, they're probably just putting them in order in the folders just to make sure they're, yeah. Mac to stream, I guess it's not bad, but I still prefer Windows. I mean, you're obviously going to prefer what you're used to, right? But the thing with the Mac, so because it's an SoC, a system on a chip. So the GPU, the CPU, the neural engine, all this stuff is all on, like the memory, all of this stuff is on a single chip, which means it's so close together, it's super efficient. And because it doesn't need to be exerting so much power, you get much more power per watt. Like your system's not going to run super hot, which means that it prolongs the life because nothing gets overheated over long periods of time. And again, because it's so small, they can scale up like super high real easily. So like the base model, I think, is like a 10 core CPU, 16 core GPU. I think I upgraded to 32. I have what was it? No, I have 64 gigs of integrated memory. I think it's a 16-core neural engine. At that point, isn't Linux better? No, the software support for Mac is going to be better than what you'd find for Linux. OBS. Okay, so here's proof. So OBS. Okay, right now OBS 27 and lower is designed for Intel computers. Right? It's designed for Intel computers. Obviously, when Mac decided to switch from Intel chips to the new M1 chips, let me just play some music so it's not awkward. When they switched from Intel to M1 chips, which is basically it's basically an evolution of the chips that they use in iPhones and iPads. It's basically an ARM chip. It's ARM architecture. When they made the switch, they built in basically an emulating software, like a translating software called Rosetta 2, because they used Rosetta back when they switched from PowerPC to Intel the first time, and then now when they're switching to Intel to ARM, to Apple Silicon, they had to use a translating software, and it just runs automatically in the background. So if you're using any kind of program that was designed for Intel, it just runs automatically so that you can run the same apps without having to wait for everything to become officially compatible. And if you're familiar with emulating software, obviously emulation takes a bit of overhead, right? So it's going to use up some of the processing power to do so, and then to run the app on top of that, it's going to run a bit more. OBS running in actually almost any Intel app that I ran on my M1 Mac, and that was just the base M1 before I upgraded to my M1 Max. Any Intel app running on M1 was running at least 3 times better on the M1, better than it was running natively on an Intel chip. Like, it's ridiculous. That was a base model M1, and now I'm on the M1 Max, and they've already announced the M2 chip coming. These VMs before to do stuff like that. Yeah. I used to run back when I started using Macs. Obviously, there was still Windows software that I was like, oh, I'm so used to this. I gotta use this. So I used Parallels. Actually, no. At first, I used Boot Camp, and then I to run it natively, and then later on, I used Parallels because that way I could go back and forth between them real easily. I feel slightly unlucky for getting the last Intel model before the M1 came out. Well, there's pros and cons, because at the very least, you get a lot of the old compatibility, and it lasts a bit longer for you. You know, that model is supported for a little bit longer while you still have access to everything. Whereas with M1, I mean, obviously there were some compatibility issues here and there, while developers kind of just still worked out the bugs and getting their because they can recompile their software pretty easily. They just have to go to Xcode where they normally would to compile their apps for Intel, and now they just compile it for universal binaries. So basically, it just works on both x86 and on ARM. So yeah, so because I still have it. Where did I put it? It's somewhere around here. I still have a 2016 MacBook Pro, which I think that was the first one with the Touch Bar. So for me, it didn't matter too much upgrading to the M1. I was hoping to hold out a little bit longer, because the first M1s were literally just they put the M1 chip inside the old, like the pre-existing MacBook Pros, MacBook Airs, and Mac Minis. I was trying to hold out until we got like actual redesigns, but I needed the extra like bump in power for a video project that I was hired to do, because that was like right around when COVID hit, right? And the high school that I work with, they were scrambling because we wanted to do an awards ceremony, because we normally have like an awards banquet for the music department, so kids get recognized for their achievements in, you know, band, choir, orchestra, guard, stuff like that. And they're like, okay, we got to do something. Christian, you do all these great video montages for the marching band. Can you put together an award show for us? And I'm like, all right, I got it. I need a little bit more power though. So I mean, they weren't really willing to buy me a computer, so I had to buy it myself. So what I decided to do is like, okay, I'll buy the base M1 Mac Mini, and then I'll eventually trade it in for what I eventually will get. So I did trade in that Mac Mini, again, base model M1, for my current M1 Max MacBook Pro, which I think I got like $600 credit towards this $3,800 MacBook Pro, so it ended up being like $3,200. Oh man, now I'm not sure. You suggested buy a PC versus an upgrade GPU. I mean, I don't know what you're running currently, but I'm telling you right now, I mean, even if you've never run a Mac, trust me, like, there's gonna be like obviously a learning curve if you're new to the operating system and to the ecosystem. But as someone who used to be a diehard Windows user back in the day, having switched to Mac, and now having seen the jump from the Intel Macs to the M series chips, like, it's night and day. I was actually today because I'm the tech lead at two of my schools. And we were fixing. I mean, to be fair, these are older computers, but I had to restart the computer for something. It took about, I think, 2 minutes to go from, not even counting like when I hit restart, but from the time it was completely off to the time I was finally logged in. I think it was like 2.5 minutes. And then later on, when I had some time to myself, I was like, okay, let's power down my laptop, because I had my laptop with me. Let's power this down, and then I'll turn it on. From the time I turned it on, logged in, and was like up and running, ready to go, it was 10 seconds. And awake from sleep is instant. Let's see here. I see. Yeah, again, I mean, if you want to see the difference for like a reasonable price, you could always, I guess, pick up like a base model Mac Mini and just like use it as like a. Some people use a dual streaming PC setup, so I mean you can try that and kind of that way you can kind of just play around with it before you kind of dive in to like the real one you want. Because again, like the M1s should be cheaper now that the M2s are about to come out, at least before Apple discontinues them, so that they force you to buy the new stuff. Because yeah, again, I bought it just so I could have the extra bump in power for that video project I was working on. Because I tried one out in the store and I was like, this is night and day in terms of like, because I do a lot of video editing, and to be able to scrub and preview stuff in 4K in like real time without having to wait for things like buffering, or I didn't even have to transcode to like a lower quality so I could edit the video, the 4K video. I was scrubbing through stuff and editing things and seeing the changes right away in 4K. So it was crazy. It was crazy. All right, let's see what other music on. So all the stuff on this data DVD seems to be stuff that's from the other games. Chat, do you want to see or do you want to hear some stuff that's from? Yeah, we got 3 houses. Fire Emblem Premium Range and Premium Range 2 are on here as well. Oh, fade in. All right, let's listen to some of the stuff that's on the where is the music? Yeah, there it is. On the actual soundtrack, because this is all stuff that's like on the actual like original Fire Emblem Heroes music. So recently added Fire Emblem Heroes original soundtrack. Play. So yeah, we got the main theme. Let's see. I used to use my mother's Mac, but that was 10 plus years ago. I guess I could ask for one lent later. See how it feels. Yeah, like again, just to try it out. Like it is night and day. Like I don't know how much stuff you do with like more intense tasks, but even for like the basic stuff, it's ridiculous. And then so the new, I don't know if you tried the new OBS 28 beta, but they put a ton of effort into making that one run natively on M1 Max and M2 Max. So if again, the fact that OBS 27 screams on an M1 Mac via Rosetta 2, which is again emulation software, imagine what it will run like once it's native on Mac. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait. The only reason I don't use OBS 28 now, because I did try the beta, is because again it is a beta still. It's still very early. It's probably going to be a few months still before that one comes out. It's so early that Stream Deck hasn't added compatibility yet, and once you've streamed with a Stream Deck, you really can't go back to not using a Stream Deck. That and the fact that I use a DSLR webcam, which it's a Canon, and Canon has a webcam utility software that makes it so that computers can detect the DSLR as a webcam because it won't otherwise, because it's not obviously updated for OBS 28 compatibility, and I have high doubts that they'll ever actually put a priority on that. OBS 28 might force me to finally buy a new camera that is natively compatible with something like OBS. Because this camera's, I mean, it's getting on the older side. I mean, DSLRs should last a little bit longer, but I guess they technically weren't intended to be used as webcams. So, but yeah, Nano, if you haven't tried, I really hope you get a chance because it's so good. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some great software on Windows that I would love to have the ability to use, but oh my god, it's so night and day. It's crazy. All right, what else we got on here? Yeah, there's some music on the soundtrack here that I forgot existed in Faye because it's enemy music, enemy turn music, which I turned off enemy turn music a long time ago, as many people do, because to go back and forth between like the regular music and enemy phase music like every 5 seconds, it's kind of annoying. So I'll think about it and check prices then. Yeah, the base model Mac Mini, which I believe they're actually refreshing next month, so you might actually want to check that out, because this month they're updating the iPhones and Apple Watches. Next month I believe is the iPad and Mac Apple event, so they're gonna announce the M2 ones, or M2 computers. Yeah, the base model Mac Mini is meant for people that don't need a ton of power or want to get into the Mac ecosystem without breaking the bank, because it's literally just the box. You need to supply your own monitor, which a lot of people have already, and your own keyboard and your own mouse. So if you're going to be using your own keyboard and mouse anyway, and you have a really good monitor, the Mac Mini is great because it's literally just the actual machine, and it goes for pretty cheap. I think it's like $700 or $800. They used to be less, but I want to say they're $700 or $800. But who knows, with the redesign coming soon, that might change. It could be cheaper, could be more, I don't know. And then the MacBook Air is like the base model laptop. I generally don't recommend Airs to people, but again, for some people, if it's all they need, it's light, it's power efficient. Actually, so the M series chips, they're so power efficient. Again, like I said, they do not overheat. I mean, I'm exaggerating a little bit. Like, I do feel my laptop get a little warm, but nowhere near as warm as my old one did. And it's so power efficient that all the tasks that they expect people that get the MacBook Air to do, they don't expect that the chip to overheat to the point where they don't put a fan in the MacBook Air. It literally is fanless, which means it's super quiet. That being said, I wouldn't do like super powerful tasks on a MacBook Air, so you'd probably want to bump up to a MacBook Pro for that, which does have a fan. And then obviously you're going to pay a bit more for portability with the MacBook Pros. And then if you just want a desktop, a step up from the Mac Mini is the Mac Studio computer. So you can get, so my laptop, again, without the discount from trading in my old computer, I think it was like $3,800. The exact same internals, the M1 Max and all the upgrades to the memory and GPU and all that stuff that I got, the exact same internals for the $3,800 laptop that I got, I could have gotten in a desktop. To be fair though, without a monitor, without a keyboard, without a mouse, I could have gotten a desktop for I think $2,000, so $1,999. Again, you pay for portability, so the Mac Studio is the next higher desktop. They do have a Mac or an iMac now, so that's again the computer with the screen built in. And then we're all waiting to see what they do with the Mac Pro, which is their like top tier, the kind of computers that Pixar uses to render their movies. So that'll be coming hopefully soon. Yeah, the Mac Pros, they ended up skipping the M1 generation, so everyone's assuming there'll be M2 or M3 in the first Mac Pros with the Apple Silicon chips. Yeah, so these are all. This is just disc one. There's 3 discs of original Fame music. I'll have to translate these at some point. I won't have time today. Maybe over the weekend I'll translate some of these. But all right, guys, it is past 11. My lights have technically my room lights have technically turned off, so that's probably why I'm getting shadows now from my key lights here. So I think we're gonna start wrapping up. Where can we send you? Kisaki's already offline. Although I think you rated Kita Nash, who I think I was already following. Let's see. Catch up's on playing Tears of Themis. Not familiar. Let's see. T-Swizzle, but they've been on a while. I don't know how much longer they'll be. I guess I could check on that. Zordon Doom is playing some Genshin Impact. Yeah, it's playing Lost Ark. Nimbus is playing Faye. Where should we send ya? Let's send you to catch up, actually. It's been a while. Yeah, let's send you to catch up. Alright, guys. As usual, thanks for hanging out. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a late start to stream because we do have an event at the high school with the marching band. But I don't have anything the day after, so we can go later tomorrow. But here's the subrate, guys. Command. Copy the command if you don't. Wait. Copy the command if you do have the Hildebonk emote. If you don't have it, you can hit the sub button to help support the stream. Get a whole bunch of cool Fire Emblem emotes, and you can also take part or participate in the sub-only Discord channel. If you don't have a sub and can't sub, you can also use your channel points to get the Hildebonk emote and join us for that raid. If you can't do any of that, here's the regular raid command. Good night, man. Thank you for the feedback. Yeah, no problem. And again, if you have any more questions, feel free to ask. I love letting people know about things that maybe they don't necessarily know about making the switch to M1. And then again, if you end up not going that direction, I'm not gonna be offended. But yeah, so don't worry about that. Oh, thank you, Kamal. There you go. Subraid. No. Wait, no, don't copy the subraid command. Copy the actual Hildebong thing. All right, here's the social media link. Here is the Discord link. Ta-da! But we are gonna raid over to Ketchup. Ketchup. Boom. All right, guys. You guys have a good one. I will see you tomorrow for what's going on tomorrow in Faye. Faye, we have a new GHB revival. It's Peleus. And we have a special revival banner. It's the Festival in Hoshido. So the Hoshido, is that the dancer banner with like Micaiah and Xander and stuff like that? I can't remember. But it's Festival in Hoshido, whatever that is. So, all right, guys, thanks again for hanging out. I probably will hit you with some questions. Yeah, no problem. Absolutely willing to, happy to help there. So, all right, guys, you guys have a good one. Go say hi to Ketchup. Again, playing Tears of Themis, which I'm not too familiar with. It looks like a mobile game, possibly a actually I don't even know what type of game it is. But all right, go say hi to Ketchup. I'm out, guys. I am tired, so I gotta get some sleep for once. But I do also have to kind of plan for tomorrow too. So, all right, guys. Thanks again. Have a good one. Wait, is there an owl on my microphone? Why didn't anyone tell me? All right, guys. Have a good one. Bye.